Hello, this is Malorian, and I'm going to be covering a large 6,000 point game I had with my Lizardmen against some Dark Elves. This first picture here, as always, is the two generals facing off. I've finally finished my Mazdamundi model, painting up his leg, the Stegodon, and sculpted my own Mazdamundi. He might look like garbage, but hey, I made him myself, and it didn't cost me $300 to pay someone to do it, so whatever, it works for me. And then the other side there, I don't know where that model came from. I think maybe Reaper, but anyway, that's the one that my opponent is using as Hellebron. This is not the same opponent that I had played against with Hellebron before. This is a different one. This is the bunker owner, so it's going to be a pretty crazy game. Alright, we played on an 8 by 4 foot table. Most of the terrain had nothing really magical to it. There's a tower on the left side. You can see there's a tower off on the right side there. A normal hill on my side. Talking about what my opponent had from left to right, there's 10 Dark Riders there, some crossbowmen in the woods, some shades that scouted up there, more crossbowmen, more Dark Riders, there are more crossbowmen with a sorceress in there, a big executioner horde, and there's the BSB in there with the Always Strike First banner, a big horde of witches, and then there's Hellebron. Behind them is the hag with the cauldron. You can see there's two hydras there, and on my side I have a salamander, some skinks, some salamander, some skinks, two more things of skinks, jungle swarm, Razodon, and a big horde of 50 Spearsaurus. And at the top left you can see my chameleons came in. For the other part of the board here, you can see continuing on his side, there's a forest in the center, two more hydras, some repeater bolt thrower in the tower, some spearmen, and then there's a level 4 sorceress in there, a big horde of corsairs, some crossbowmen, a larger horde of corsairs, and that lock here, Fellhearts in there, two repeater bolt throwers, and then that one you see on the far side, that one there is actually in reserve, so it's not actually in yet, but it'll be coming there pretty quick. On my side, I have the Ensign Stegodon with the skink with the war spear on it. I have an Engine of the Gods, two salamanders, Mazdamundi, a big unit of 40 Temple Guard, which had Nether Slan, Chikax in it, because hey, with a unit that big, you have to go with him. Another Engine of the Gods, another big horde of Saurus, and a Stegodon. And then on this far side here in this building, I just have my big unit of skinks with 3 Kroxigor inside this building, and then some more skirmishing skinks on the right side. The things I had stuck going into reserve in this meeting engagement mission was the one Stegodon and one Salamander. Alright, so then to talk about some of my thoughts of this game, I won the right to pick sides, deployed everything first, so with getting first turn, I really could not have a plan until my opponent placed things down, and then once things were placed, I really could see that left side just had a lot of fragile things, so I really just planned to kind of just shoot the Dark Riders first and then try and use that reserve Stegodon to clean things up. I was really scared of those 4 Hydras, so I was going to try and wait them out, see if they'd make a mistake, and then counter them. And then this right side, I was pretty sure that my Stegodon and units could go and tag team Fellhearts, Corsairs, and then trying to kind of swing around and try and put on the pressure. But unfortunately, from what you can see right here, my opponent rolled a 6, so he stole first turn. So didn't matter what planning I had, it just went out the window, and yeah, that kind of really sucked. But it's kind of funny thing is, both times I've played this mission, the meeting engagement, both times have been against Hellebron, and both times I've had the initiative stolen against me. So just one of my legacies, I guess. Alright, so Dark Elves turn 1. His shades charge my chameleons, and I take one down and stand and shoot. We realized after that this move, scouts charging on the first turn, was illegal, but whatever, it didn't really matter over the course of the battle. And then this really hurt. His Dark Riders charged my salamanders, and so where I really hoped on this left side that I'd be able to really do some damage to him before he did anything back, well, with this, he's going to really control the left side. So this was a pretty large blow right from the beginning, and all because he stole first turn. What you can see from here, what happened, his shades easily beat my guys there. He easily beat my salamanders in combat. That scared 2 units of skinks to run past and go back there. From other shooting, he killed 7 of those other skinks, so there's just that little group of 3 there now. And you can see from this picture that he was mainly holding back with the main part of his line, while only his executioner Death Star is moving up, because that's all he really needs at this point, and he can kind of wait me out. And then on this side of the board, his shooting killed a couple of the Saurus, and it actually was able to kill my Stegodon on that far right side. So he's dead, and that really hurts this flank, because now I don't think I can go and beat Felhart. I mean, having that Stegodon there was a big part of me being able to beat him. So now I'm going to have to be really careful. He had done the powered up spell of Pit of Shades on my main Temple Guard unit, and I had scrolled it. So that's my only scroll. I have a Cube of Darkness too, I guess, but it's just I gotta watch out for those big spells that can rip me up really fast. Alright, so Lizardmen turn 1. My skinks move around here, kill some Dark Riders, but not enough to kill them. My Jungle Swarm has moved up just to kind of speed bump the big Executioner Death Star to buy myself some time, while my spears are waiting to flank them if they're foolish and just hold them off if not. You can see my one Stegodon, my reserve one, came in, and so it's here to try and help me out. Those skinks rallied, and I threw those salamanders into the woods, which turned out to be a regular woods, and then I flamed the Corsairs over there and killed 9 or something like that. Over here, the important things is he's really making sure that I don't get Throne of Vines off with Mazdamundi. He has the lore of life, my other Slan has the lore of death, but at least I get regeneration off on the Temple Guard, so that's going to really help. And I make sure to push them up, because I'm pretty sure that they can handle the Corsairs, the one without lock here, and if they have to fight Hydra, I'm pretty sure they can take them too. I actually given them that Banner of Flame, but throughout the entire battle I completely forgot it. Otherwise, you can see that one reserve Salamander came in and is trying to work its way up, and the Skinks came out of the building and threw javelins and poison, have killed one of the repeater bolt throwers already. And then bang, turn 2 for the Dark Elves. The Riders charge the Skinks, the Executioners charge the Swarm, and then Hellebron's unit goes far enough so that her Witches and the Hydra are fighting my spears, and I'm going to have to hope that I do really well if I'm going to hold there. Otherwise, you can see that little weird-looking Hydra tried charging my Skink Chief Ancient Stegodon, but failed to charge. And on this side, the Corsairs and the Hydra charged in, and then one Hydra charged my Salamanders in the woods. I fled, and he redirected to join this combat too. So here we go. It's going to be a big fight. His Supreme Sorceress gets Irresistible Force, makes it so my Temple Guard are -2 weapon skill, which is not good. But then with the miscast kills a good chunk of the Spearmen here and loses a wound. And one thing that's good here is that I have Banehead and the feedback scroll, and I've Baneheaded this Sorceress, so now I just need to rebound back 1 wound and she'll be dead, so that's good. Alright, so the Dark Riders beat my Skinks, that scares off the Razodon and it runs all the way over to the right side. Executioners easily go and beat that Swarm, and I should also say that the bottom Dark Riders are supposed to be in combat with my Stegodon, but because of the hill, we're just having it there. My Spearmen, wow, they just got their arses handed to them. Did some wounds back, but not very much, got ran down, and now that unit of Witches is fighting the Skinks, while the Hydra didn't go far enough to get into the other one. And here's kind of more of an overall picture of this left side now, where, on turn 2, I've basically lost the left half of the board, which is never a good sign. The other combat turned out to be really bloody for both sides. I held, of course, because I'm unbreakable thanks to that special character, and actually in a challenge between the unit champ and him, he wasn't able to kill that unit champ. But anyway, I'm still fighting there, and thank God for that regen, or else I would have been toast. Otherwise, he edges up his Corsairs with lock here and shoots up my Skinks on the right side, but just kills a few and does a wound to the 1 croc score. So anyway, that's it for now, and I'll continue on with my side of turn 2 in the next video.